Rolling Stone, you know, we've talked about Rolling Stone multiple times.
Unfortunately.
But this is not a list, Jay Moore. This is not a list.
It's the band?
It's not the band.
I'd rather talk about the band.
The band is better than
Let's talk about Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
not the Mick Jagger.
Just hijack the entire segment.
Yeah. Pops used to dance like Mick Jagger.
He sure did. All right, so Rolling Stone has announced that they're shooting a documentary series and a podcast exploring Young Thug and YSL's RICO charge case. And this is going to start now without any type of court date set up. They're going to start getting footage. It says the Rolling Stone documentary about Young Thug will be co-produced with Jigsaw Productions. It aims to document the criminal case in real time as well as delve into the rapper's history and founding of the label. All this will be going on without anything in stone. It says we're thrilled to partner with our talented team at Jigsaw to tell the ambitious and important story about one of the most compelling and controversial music scenes of the moment, as Rolling Stone. Why don't you like it, Jay Diff? Talk to me.
I mean, when did they officially get charged? What?
This
2 months ago?
2 or 3 months ago?
They have not seen their day in court officially for this trial. It's pretty much jumping the gun, and it's a cash grab.
Definitely.
This is the type of stuff that people do on like I said, a cash grab, just to try to get some attention to you and the powers that be, that I'm sure that Young Thug or Gunna or none of them are gonna make any money off of this. This is just something to, I don't know, make the people that want to be nosy about it.
It does
see
sound
the
nosy.
results in real time. I mean, because they're seeing the same thing we're seeing.
Right.
So how are you gonna make a documentary about that?
And a podcast long? A documentary and a podcast?
Look, there's already so much noise. So, I mean, you know where I stand on this. I do not care. But
I know.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be some cool. So, you know, like it's like, I don't know if we've talked about this on the show, but have you guys seen like these long docuseries now that show up on Netflix and they're like eight episodes long, but they could have been one episode?
Yeah.
And
they're like, yeah, the killer was in the bushes. Yeah.
It's like you could have just said that and we could have moved on. You know, I don't need a 9-part series on
drawing all out.
So unless it's like super, you know, like they can really kind of showcase into
that's what I was
the
gonna
situation of like what they're going through and really kind of showcase a lot of the background history of like what RICO charges are.
That's what I was going to ask you. Do you think it can be turned into some form of decent content?
No.
From Rolling Stone?
That's why I'm asking.
Based upon their lists?
Right.
No.
Based upon
absolutely
have they
no.
ever created anything like this before? What do they track? What is their track record?
If you're saying somebody like Vice, I would say maybe.
I fool with Vice. Yeah.
Vice has some decent content every once in a while.
Yeah, they might wait till the case is actually over before they do some stuff like that.
Yeah, but nah, if we're going to talk about specifically like Rolling Stone, I have zero confidence that they're going to do anything that's going to matter. That's not going to be a cash grab. And we saw what they did with their top 100.
Oh my God, man.
MC list or whatever. It was complete trash.
And they set Cardi up.
So yeah, like no, I don't. They're going to have to prove themselves
on this one.
To me,
I probably won't be watching it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I would much rather see the Elvis Presley movie.
Ooh, that's bold, and I'm not buying the ticket. So
I thought you said you was gonna buy it for.
No, we're not doing no Juneteenth Elvis movie go along.
No, I'm not buying Elvis for my black friends. I'm sorry.
What'd you think, Jay Moore, man? Can this be turned into good content, or is this nosy, or is this just a
This
money
is all
grab?
just very nasty. This is all very clickbaity on the highest level.
Okay.
You know, it's nasty in the same way it was nasty for ABC to and it was wound up on Hulu, and they took it down for them to do an Astro World aftermath like documentary series when it was still people trying to figure out, you know, where they were going to bury their kids and stuff like that. You know, is this a different kind of situation? Yes, it is. But at the same time, like, what are you going to tell us? Are you going to go through the court documents? Are you going to try to, is this another way for you to spin it to make it seem like this is a continuing criminal enterprise and really put a nail in the coffin of these individuals as far as the public is concerned? You know, this sounds like it could either be a hit piece or just, I mean, I don't really see anything positive coming from this.
I don't know the dynamics, as I think Terry mentioned about, you know, them not getting any bread off of it. I don't even know what contractually what this even means or how it's set up, but Just sound messy to me, man.
No, it's just a situation where it's like, oh yeah, here's another way for one of these large media companies to eat off of hip hop and eat off of black tragedy. Because say
black trauma.
And I, like I said, I don't know or care enough about the case. I've seen a few things here and there, but I don't know what these young men did or what they didn't do. All I've heard is like a car rental and somebody was shot, and then like
a lot of people died.
When I'm looking at what I've heard, I was like, why is Gunna in prison? Like seemed like he was just a man sitting next to the man. Next to the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like this is they're like I said, I don't live in Atlanta. I don't know exactly, there could be some things I'm just not privy to.
Yeah.
But when I see what they give people bonds for, and they won't give Gunna a bond.
That ain't it.
This seems like something else.
Like the thing I don't get about that whole situation is not giving him a bond specifically. He literally just had an album come out, which I'm sure he would like to promote.
He was supposed to be a Summer Jam.
Supposed to be on tour on this album.
Yeah.
They're calling him a flight risk. He literally said that y'all can have direct communication with me anywhere I go, tap my phones, whatever. He's just trying to pretty much do what he signed up to do. I mean, he's made it into the music business.
Yep.
He signed to YSL. He's being crucified for being signed to YSL, essentially.
Yeah.
That's all I see.
Look, I hate to get all, racy with it and get political with it, but
I love it.
There is a there's a black DA down there who was supported by people who don't really support people who look like Gunna.
There we go.
Okay, let's just keep it real, because sometimes they get us to do their dirty work.
Facts.
And sometimes they feel like, okay, if we throw the book at this person, then they'll know we not playing.
It's a broken windows and thing.
Yeah, yeah. And so here it is. You could put an ankle monitor on somebody. You could go. They said they'll pay for it, and you're still like, no, we won't grant you a bond. That just means that you're trying to make an example out of somebody for no other reason other than you can.
Right.
So when he's out and sues them for all this money that he could have made, I wonder if he'll be able to do that.
You know what? There are so many. There's so many ways that the system is never held accountable for the things it does wrong. Just like when somebody is locked up for 30 years, even though the prosecutor knew that there was something that could exonerate the person, and it comes out 30 years later, and they're
That's
like,
foul,
and they're
man.
like, all right, well, here's $50,000. You know what I'm saying? Not even $1 million. Sometimes it's such a paltry amount.
I wish
for
somebody
30
would lock
years.
me up for 30
and
years.
give me $25,000,
$50,000.
And still,
hell, I'm pissed off if you just give me $1 million. I need you to put me in my house and everything on top of it.
You know how much time of my life you took?
Yeah, so and when you knew that there was evidence that would exonerate me. So there is just so much to protect this broken system. And like I said, I don't want to. I'm not trying to speak to their innocence or their guilt. All I know is when I look at what's going on with them right now, I think they're punishing them because these are very visible, very rich. Usually you give somebody $100,000 bond, there's nobody who could put up a house or the amount of property to get that person out, or $1 million bond.
It's not gonna
here
happen.
is a situation where, okay, we want to get these rich individuals and we know they got the money to put up the bond, so we're just not going to give them one.
Yep.
Yeah, if the documentary doesn't cover how like bond systems are corrupt and the whole thing, and it just covers the whole corruption of the entire system whole, like I'm not interested.
Sounds like a push for some nosy content.
No, just a way to market black
get some
trauma,
bread.
black pain,
and I hate
for
that
white
Rolling Stone is
entertainment
behind this. That's sad.
100%.